Hey y'all, so in today's YouTube upload, I got y'all the top 5 best loadouts to be using on Rebirth Island for high kills and wins consistently. Before I give you those class setups, shout out to Nota Gang. If y'all would like a notification shout out in my next video, subscribe with notifications on and watch the video all the way through, and I got y'all. Today's like goal is gonna be 350 likes. Can we do that in the first 24 hours? Let's see if you can do it, and let's get straight into the first loadout. For our first weapon, we got the Milano. This is one of the easiest weapons in the game to use. It's really accurate, it has awesome mobility, and the damage isn't bad as well. This is just a great weapon to win consistent gunfights. So for the attachments, I like the agency suppressor. I know a lot of people don't like it, but listen, I like to use it because you get the bullet velocity and damage range. So at longer range gunfights, it just makes the weapon stronger, which is awesome. For the barrel, you're gonna need the task force. Without the task force on the Milano, it just gets a lot of hit markers. It's really not all that good. And also you get strafe speed, so you can move side to side quicker, making it harder for the enemies to hit their shots on you. For the laser, I actually want the Tiger Team Spotlight. This is strictly for mobility. It's unbelievable, man. You're so light on your feet. I love it so much, so that's why I have this on. Next, for the stock, I have Raider stock. Like I said, the strafe speed is already really crazy, but when you put this on it, I mean, look at the mobility bar. It's literally almost maxed out. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, man, you're missing out if you haven't used this yet already. For the magazine, I got the Stanig 55 round drum. I don't think 45 is enough. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, if you want to rock it, go right ahead. The reload speed, it's a little slow, but if you go with the fast mag, then your ADS is completely chalked. It's really, really slow. So I think the best option here is the 55. That's just my personal opinion. Give it a go. Don't knock until you try it. That is the first loadout. I'm telling you, man, Milano SMG, again, in my opinion, one of the easiest weapons in the game to use. Let's move on to loadout number 2. Anytime you're having a rough day in the game, losing games, not getting a lot of kills, you could always fall back and rely on the M4. This thing has literally been one of the best weapons in Warzone since Warzone came out. So for the attachments, we got Monolithic Suppressor, man. Off the radar, damage range, makes this thing dominate at longer range gunfights, which is awesome. For the barrel, I highly recommend rocking the stock M16 Grenader. I know the Corvus Custom is basically the same thing, but this thing just gives you a little, you know, little more, all right, which you're gonna need. For the optic, there's so many different ways of going with it. You can go ahead and rock the hollow sight. If you got blue dot, it's awesome. You could do the VLK. If you like the iron sights, by all means, rock those and then rock attack laser. That's also a great option. But for the video's sake, I need to throw something on. I'm gonna rock the VLK. I actually really like using that. And then for the underbarrel, we have on the Commando foregrip, recoil stabilization, aiming stability, just making this thing as accurate as we possibly can make it. And then for the magazine, since we're playing Rebirth, 50 round is more than enough, but hey, if you're missing shots, go ahead and rock the 60. That's what I usually use, and there you have it, man. That's loadout number 2, the M4A1. Again, if the day's looking a little rough, your homie's having a bad day, just recommend him this setup, and I promise you, he's gonna be back on his feet and not selling for the team. Moving on, loadout number 3. Our third loadout, we got a very fast killing SMG. If you're looking to just drop people really fast, the Uzi's your weapon. So here's the setup you're gonna need on it. Barrel, the FSS Carbine Pro. This is a very special barrel. You had to do a challenge in order to unlock it. Some of you may have it unlocked from back in Modern Warfare 2019 playing pubs, or you actually might have a blueprint that has it. So make sure you check your blueprints before you go out and do the challenge if you don't have it. With this, you get damage range and bullet velocity. It just makes it less hit marker like at longer range engagements, and we get recoil control, making this thing a lot more easy to use. If you don't have this barrel, I just don't even recommend using the Uzi. The second attachment, I got tack laser. You get aim down sight speed. It is a little bit slow, and this completely just makes it cracked out, and we get aiming stability, so it's just a lot more steady of a weapon, which is perfect. For the optic, you could rock the iron sights if you like. I think they're just way too clogged up. They're not good, so I like to rock the GI Mini Reflex on it. It just cleans them up, and I can just see so much more clearly. For the magazine, this is literally what makes the Uzi a fast-killing SMG. Without this magazine, it doesn't kill quick at all. The .41 AE 32 round. So with this, we get damage and range. There's nothing to explain here, man. I mean, it speaks for itself. Again, with this, it's just like the barrel. You need to do a challenge in order to unlock it. Thankfully, there's a blueprint that literally gives you both, which is awesome. I don't even think I have this unlocked. So highly recommend having this on. And then finally, for the last and final attachment, you're gonna want to run sleight of hand. I mean, I just told you guys that we have on a 32 round mag, so you're gonna be reloading quite a bit. You better be quick, because if you're playing trios or quads, you're gonna get caught reloading and you're done. So fast killing SMG, you want to drop bodies, this is what you need to be using. Moving on, loadout numero cuatro. For weapon number 4, we got the Grau. Literally the most accurate weapon in COD history. We're gonna build this very, very similar to our M4A1. So stick with me here. For the muzzle, we got monolithic suppressor, sound suppression, off the radar, damage range, making this thing just a little bit stronger at longer ranges. For the barrel, we got the Archangel. There's no reason to rock any other barrel. More damage range, more bullet velocity, less hit markers at those very long range engagements, and recoil control. Again, it's already accurate, but that's just a plus. For the laser, you could rock the tac laser if you do not want to use an optic. If you want to rock an optic, do not use a laser and go with the VLK. Blue dot's probably cool on it. I personally don't like it, so we got the VLK. Underbarrel, we got Commander foregrip, recoil stabilization, aiming stability, beamer. You already know the deal. And then finally, for the magazine, we got the 60 round. 50 round might work, but again, this thing's been through the ringer. It's been nerfed a few times. It gets a little bit of hit markers. The extra 10 bullets could do some justice. I know he flew through the ground, but again, it's built just like the M4. Y'all know the deal. One of the best weapons to use. Loadout number 5. Let's get straight into it. So for loadout number 5, we finally have a Vanguard gun. A lot of them just are not good. There's too many attachments. They take forever to rank up. So I'm going to wait till they make them actually worth my time to use and cover, because right now, they ain't really in the mix like that. So I'm gonna give you guys the MP40 for those of you who want to use a Vanguard gun. If you're gonna use one and you want high kills, you want something that's strong, powerful, gets the job done, that's the MP40. So for our first attachment, we got recoil booster, increase in fire rate, leads to a faster time to kill. For the barrel, if you're not rocking a short barrel, you're just gonna get so many hit markers. If you want those hit markers and you want an accurate build, go ahead and rock the Krosnik by all means. This is old news. This is what it used to be, but short barrel's the new thing. We get damage range and limb damage. So up close, this thing is deadly. Now for the optic, there's several ways of going about it. You could do the 2M Krosnik iron sights or the 1M Krosnik iron sights. I really like the iron sights, but I know there's some people out there who don't like them. So go ahead and rock the slate reflector. You can just see a lot more clearly for those of you who, I don't know, don't like them. So we'll rock that. For the stock, you could do the Krosnik 33M folding. You just get an increase in mobility, which is definitely needed. Or you could do removed. So if you're someone who likes to hit fire from time to time, I highly recommend a removed stock. I personally don't, so I just rock the Krosnik. For the underbarrel, we have on the M1941 hand stop for recoil control. Make this thing as accurate as possible. Magazine, 2 ways of going with it. Again, I'm giving you guys some options here. You could do the 7.62 Gorenko 45 round, which is what I like to use because you get recoil control, another increase in fire rate, and that's really all I care for, which is awesome. So it's accurate and strong. Or you could do the damage mag. So with this, a little more challenging to use. You get 5 less bullets, but it does make your weapon a lot stronger with the damage and bullet velocity, but the recoil control's messed up. So stay safe, go with the 45. If you want to change it up, do something different, do the Kurz 40. Ammunition, hollow point has been nerfed, but if you're going to be using this specifically up close, you're not going to be challenging anything stupid, go with the hollow point. If you like to, use your MP40 at like a medium range, go with lengthened. I personally like to rock hollow point just because I find myself using this at like very, very close range. For the rear grip, we got polymer. We get flinch resistance, accuracy, and recoil during sustained fire. So basically, anytime you're in a fight, your weapon's just more accurate. Perks, we got brace for initial fire and recoil, making this thing really accurate right off the bat. And then perk 2 is quick. You're just incredibly light on your feet. Now, that is the MP40 build. Let me give you guys some perk options for high kills and wins. So for perk 1, I mean, if you're going for high kills, double time is great so you can get around the map fast. If you want some wins, I think EOD and quick fix are good because then you're dying less, so you can increase your KD and whatnot. So I'm gonna go with quick fix here. For perk 2, again, if you don't want to rock overkill, you're not rocking 2 primaries. I think the 2 best and only best options here are tempered, so you don't have to worry about plating 3 times. You only got to do it twice, or restock, so you can make some fun stint plays, or replenish your throwing knives or whatever lethal you do have on. I'm gonna go tempered for some reason, man. Just only having to plate twice is awesome. And then perk 3, man, swapping weapons is so nice because if you run out of ammo in your primary, you could switch over to your secondary fast and just hopefully win that gunfight. And if you don't have on amped, man, you're dead. Combat Scott's also great if you plan on sitting back and maybe taking long-range gunfights, but I gotta stick with amped, man. It's my personal favorite third perk. I just refuse to take it off. And then for lethals and tacticals, I mean, throwing knife and stim. There's nothing else to really run here. I mean, throwing knifing your downed enemies is awesome rather than having to waste ammo. And then we got stim shots for very situational plays, whether you're in the storm or just trying to get away from enemies as quick as possible. There y'all have it, man. Also, something I forgot to mention is I did leave out some weapons on purpose because I have gameplay videos coming out on those very, very shortly, and I didn't want to repeat them in a top 5 and then having a gameplay setup. It'd have been too much. So these are separate setups from videos I have coming out in the future. But let me know in the comments, and I got you guys in the next week's top 5. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I'm out. Peace.